Welcome to Medica Nova Wellness Studio. I'm Angelika Koch with your educational videos about optimal health and the most innovative and holistic approach to your well-being. Well, summer has finally arrived and I hope that your children are enjoying their well-deserved and long-awaited summer break. You and your family may be planning a camping or glamping trip at the nearby lake, or some of you are getting ready for the Mediterranean vacation at the seaside. Whatever your plans, in this video of our Discover series, Healthy Family and Soul Medicine, I will share with you how you can treat your insect and spider bites, hopefully not too many, or any stings, from the mosquito bite to the bee sting to the irritating jellyfish rash on your foot, with the most indicated and natural remedies, so your vacation isn't spoiled after all. Now, to stay updated with my ongoing videos, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, share and like it with your friends and family, and have a look at my website medicanova.net at the online academy, where you will find comprehensive home study online courses in First-Aid Homeopathy and just everything what you need to know how to live optimal health. If you are interested in a personal health consultation, either for yourself or your children, you can contact me at health@medicanova.net. So what to do with our nasty mosquito bites? Nobody likes them, but they come with the territory as summer embarks upon us, and they usually hang around in an environment where there's stagnant water or sort of swamp-like conditions. Now, the simple itch and the swelling, is annoying, but there are reasons for concerns because mosquitoes are carriers for pathogens. Did you know we have about 3,000 species of mosquitoes in the world, and nearly 200 of them reside in the US? Let me give you a brief sort of understanding about the mosquito first before I share the useful tips. Mosquitoes require water to thrive and to multiply. They don't develop or go through their life cycles in grass or shrubbery. However, the adults like to hang around there during the day. The females are the aggressive ones, and they're the ones which are attracted to humans, birds and mammals. They have a short lifespan, usually about 3 weeks during the summertime, much longer during the colder months of the winter season, till they get ready to deposit their eggs during the springtime. The males are much kinder to us. They're more interested in the plant juices. Now, after bite or sting, local reactions to the venom or the insect saliva are usually the main problem here. But ordinarily, this temporary pain from swelling and discomfort really doesn't cause us a major health concern. In fact, this inflammatory process serves to localize the venom or the saliva to keep it from affecting other parts of the body. And that's the magic of the body here, right? This is your highest intelligence of your body to produce this symptom to protect you from much worse to come, right? So this little swelling and itchy is not really the main focus here. Of course, truly poisonous bugs like black widow spider, which we have here in New Mexico, as well as scorpions, they do exist. And then we see also stronger symptomatology of allergic reactions like hives and rashes or respiratory ailments, even to dizziness or lack of consciousness. But hey, this goes beyond the scope of this video. We want to keep it simple and basic. Now, arthropod spiders or crustaceans, they do carry the potentiality to pass on diseases, and then we see things like Rocky Mountain spotted fever, West Nile, even malaria, and of course the so dreaded Lyme diseases and the recent epidemic of Zika. But as I said, we want to keep it simple. What's the general home care? Well, first of all, avoid areas where you suspect that there are mosquitoes. Also when you have your promenade, walk at the sunset on your beach, well, wear long sleeves because that's the time when the mosquitoes are more active. Also, light colored clothing deters ticks usually, and please get yourself a natural mosquito repellent, based on citronella, or have your citronella candles around you rather than buying an over-the-counter sort of chemical-based repellent. Now, if you have been stung, let's say a bee, then of course you should remain or remove the sting immediately, right, as soon as you can. But try to flick it with your fingernail from sort of the side out rather than pulling it straight up. The reason is more venom can be dispersed into your flesh by pulling it straight up, and you want to avoid that. Place some cold application on it, like ice, so it slows down the blood flow, the circulation, and also keeps the whole thing more localized. Things you can do to avoid mosquito bites. Well, check your home environment, the immediate environment. That's the main thing here. Because as I said, they love stagnant water. So after a rain shower, if you have anything from 4 to 7 days just sitting there, that will invite the mosquitoes to come. So I want you to check your drain pipes, your flower pots, your trash bin, the tires in your yard, anywhere where there is stagnant water. Please try and clear it up. As I said, the end of the day at sunset, mosquitoes are more active, they love it, and therefore you have to wear more appropriate clothing. Now I'm addressing women, in particular women who love to get pregnant during their vacation. It does happen, or who are pregnant. First of all, try to find out where you go, if there's any epidemic or anything alarming, via your consulate or embassy, particularly if you go to faraway countries. Now you packed your suitcase, it's full of sunscreen, there's the mosquito repellent, and then you arrive at the airport only to experience that they confiscate any bottles which contain a certain amount of liquid. What to do? You advise you to go to your health food store and get 2 small essential oil bottles, lemon and eucalyptus oil. And then you buy an empty spray bottle, and at the end of your destination, you fill it up with water, take about 5 to 10 drops of each essential oil, put it into your spray bottle, and there it is. You have a wonderful natural mosquito repellent. I also advise you to look at your diet, right? Don't expose yourself to too much processed food or sugary items, because it changes the pH of your blood into more acidic blood, and it just attracts more mosquitoes. Usually in my videos I talk about the generalities first, and I give some supplements, and then I talk about homeopathic remedies, but not this time. Here I want to share with you top, effective, really super, my favorite homeopathic remedies which work right there and then. You can purchase them at your local health food store. And the best thing is if you can get hold of a first aid kit. My preference is Helios Pharmacy. They're based in the UK, but they ship international as well. You can also get their first aid kit at Amazon.com. It's called the Basic Homeopathic First Aid Kit with 36 remedies in the potency 30, which is also great for kids. If you go more for exotic countries, I advise you to go for the travel kit, which has the potency 200. So the dosage plan here varies according to the situation. If you're stung right away, for example a spider, and you're not quite sure what it is, take 1 tablet, and I would say every half an hour to an hour, maybe up to 5 to 7 tablets. and then step back and see how it goes, or seek medical advice. If it's sort of a minor thing, just insects, then maybe 1 tablet 3 times a day till you feel better. In homeopathy, we want to give the remedies and then stop as improvement sets in, and when improvement ceases, you start again. If you need help, contact me at help@medicanova.net. The first remedy is Lidum 30, the most common indicated remedy. It works. I can highly recommend it. It's for stings from insects, bee stings. It helps to relieve the redness, the swelling, the stinging, the pricking pains, all that accompanies usually a bite and a sting. And there are very specific characteristics here. The affected part feels cold to touch, and also you like then a cold application on it. Say there was a spider bite on your foot, you feel like you want a bucket with ice cold water and just stick it in there. That's Lidum. Really major remedy. Also, it prevents blood poisoning, right? It's like before you go to your hospital and seek medical help, it can be life-saving here. The next remedy is called Apis 30, great for bee stings. Now bee stings have a different characteristics. They're usually quite lumpy and red and hot to touch, and the surface of this bump feels like as if the skin is stretched and it looks very glossy. It's a bee sting. It can be very annoying and also irritating. Usually, as I said, hot to touch, and Apis would be the right remedy. Again, 1 tablet maybe every 1 to 2 hours. For children, you go down maybe 1 tablet 3 times a day, just for the day only, and see what happens. Usually it takes away the discomfort quite quickly. It really resolves it quite quickly. Now, if you have used Apis and you haven't seen much improvement, follow it up with Lidum, right? Do both remedies, not with each other, but after each other, follow each other. It usually is a nice recommendation too. The third remedy is called Staphysagra. I know it's a difficult name. It's a delphinium plant, Staphysagra 30. It's a great remedy for children where you feel like they get bitten alive. They're the victim of it all, and these stings become very large and irritating. I would take 1 tablet daily for 3 days only before the departure, and once you're out there and you do get bitten, then take Lidum as an emergency, as an acute remedy right away. So what's beyond home care? Well, you need medical advice immediately if you suspect a bite is from a poisonous spider, if there's any difficult breathing, if there's fainting, confusion, loss of consciousness, of course if there's more swelling around the mouth or the throat area. In fact, Apis is a wonderful remedy here because it's indicated for any swellings within the body. So if you have, let's say, a peanut allergy and your throat swells up, Apis can be a lifesaver here. So use that. As well as if there's severe, rapidly spreading swelling going on, that means your blood is affected, but use Lidum too till you get to hospitals. Or if you're prone to all these symptoms in the first place and it happened before. What happens when there's an animal or a human bite involved? Of course, you seek medical advice, but here again, Lidum is the remedy. With children, you play fight, and there can be maybe some, rambunctiousness happening and biting happening. So when the skin is lacerated, the bacteria in the mouth can cause an infection. And I would say Lidum 30 is here the indicated remedy. Again, for any punctured wounds or lacerated skin, go for it. Now, if you don't have homeopathic remedies, what to do then, right? So now I want to share with you some natural supplements as well as kitchen pharmacy. You can go to your pharmacy, wherever you are, and get witch hazel either in gel or in a spray. You maybe have heard about witch hazel. It's good for blemishes and acne. It's a wonderful agent for mosquito bites. It sort of cools everything down. Why? Because it works as an astringent through a natural chemical, and it contains tannin. So it's a tannin usually reduces the swelling and even stuff of bacteria while healing the inflamed skin tissue. Really a nice combination also with baking soda, sodium bicarbonate. It's your detergent or what you have in the fridge. Can make a paste out of it and put it on the affected area. Really great. You maybe have heard about white tea or chamomile bags. So used cold tea bags put on the affected area. Really recommended. What is white tea? Well, it's harvested before the tea plant's leaves open fully, when the young buds are still covered by fine white hairs, and therefore, or hence the name white tea. They're just superior tea bags. Essential oils. Now, in 2016, a study published in the Journal of the American Mosquito Control Association tested the effects of the oils of certain plants against mosquito bites, and here they used the citrus plants. And they made created lotions for it and then compared them against commercial mosquito repellents, and by and behold, impressive 90%, really came about and showed that there's a true protection against mosquitoes for many hours. So I would say oil of lemon and eucalyptus oil is a very nice combination, and use it with your home bug spray. Now I want to just throw out a little note here. Homeopathic remedies are very sensitive to strong smelling substances, especially based on eucalyptus, camphor, peppermint, and all these pungent agents. Now this is an emergency, so I think use both, at the same time, but make sure that you wash your hands very thoroughly before you touch your homeopathic remedy. Neem oil, you maybe heard about. Neem oil comes from India. The leaves, usually used for eczema or fungal infections. Neem oil can actually kill mosquitoes and is really indicated and helpful for healing the stings of mosquitoes and even bee stings, or even prevent them. If you have none of it, you have your oatmeal cereal, right? So why not make a bath from oatmeal? It's really soothing and your skin becomes very silky as well. It reduces the swelling of these nasty bites. Usually you just get a coffee grinder or anything you can get hold of, grind it, and I would say gluten-free oatmeal is better here in a fine powder. Add it along with a few drops of chamomile essential oil in the bath, soak for 10 or 15 minutes. That should help as well, particularly with small kids. You can also make an oatmeal paste, and here you do equal amounts of water and oatmeal and sort of make a paste spackle-like substance, and get a washcloth. You can put it onto the skin 10 minutes and then wash it off. It usually soothes the itchiness. If you have none of it, why not crushed ice? Crushed ice, or just any cold application, at least temporarily, soothes the itchiness and keeps it just at bay. Just be careful not to leave the crushed ice too long on the skin, because it can hurt your skin. So maybe have a washcloth in between the affected area and the cold application bags. Honey, just dab a few drops of honey on it. That maybe solves it as well. Now, if you're lucky to have an aloe vera plant at home on your windowsill, cut a piece of it, squeeze out the gel, and place it on the affected area. It really cools the skin, and it's an astringent sort of property as well. So it's sort of really it just calms down the itchiness in a very beautiful way. I mentioned baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, which again you use for detergent or have in your fridge. You can make a paste out of it, put it on the sting, and that helps to cool it down as well. If you happen to be in Italy and you enjoy your pasta with your pesto, maybe get hold of some basil leaves. Either rub them fresh onto the sting or get sort of half an ounce of dried leaves and with some water, just boil it up a little bit, let it steam, let it cool down, take a washcloth and put the beautiful lotion onto the stings. It's really helpful here. Apple cider vinegar, of course I mentioned it so many times, really effective here as well. And if you don't have apple cider vinegar, just get balsamic vinegar as well. It's not just, we use it apple cider vinegar for blood glucose problems or many medical conditions, but apple cider vinegar is really great and also works as a disinfectant. So now to our basic kitchen pharmacy. If you have none of it, you're out in the boonies, I'm sure you have some onion or garlic. Onions are great, and I want you to cut them in half, use the juice or rub the onion onto the affected area. It helps with the stings and it also serves as a disinfectant. You can also mix it up with garlic or separately, but with garlic I want you to bring in a binder because garlic can create blisters on your skin. Coconut oil, olive oil, mix it up a little bit. So finely mince crushed garlic, mix it up with the oil, get a washcloth, put the consistency on your affected area maybe for 10 minutes and let it seep in, and it will really reduce the itchiness and the swelling. So I've given you a whole list out there, and let me know how you get on. If you have the nasty sort of jellyfish rash, and of course you want to seek medical advice, use the Lidum 30. It always works. It at least brings down the swelling, and maybe you even don't need to see a doctor because it's so effective. While you're on vacation and you can't remember anything what I just shared with you, why don't you email me at health@medicanova.net. This is Medica Nova Wellness Studio at its best. Or you can also contact me via my website, medicanova.net. So till next time, much love and have a restful and wonderful vacation. Take care.